This movie's fucking amazing. What's up, guys? It's me, the AOE double X Prince, here to give you my review of Avengers Infinity War. This movie was fucking amazing. It left you happy, devastated, upset, and also really skeptical of what's next to come. And that's really the biggest positive I could give this movie, because this movie was in fact one of the best in the MCU. Some people will even argue the best, and some people will actually argue that this movie wasn't that great. And I gotta say why. I didn't see a single. I mean, I did see the issues, but I'll get to them. But people are saying like, oh, this is just like a B movie. This is an alright movie. I was like, alright. Like, I know people like hate 2-part movies because Harry Potter started that trend, and yes, I'll agree. Deathly Hallows Part 1 wasn't as spectacular as Part 2, but this movie was amazing on its own, and then to leave you in a cliffhanger and get ready for the next one, like, I really do not get why people were so hated by this fucking movie. But yeah, there's some things that I like, and this movie was a lot different. It was a lot darker, it was a lot serious, and it was a lot different, like I said. But let's actually talk about the movie. Spoilers. Please, if you haven't seen this movie, I highly recommend you guys to go watch it. It's definitely one of the best in the MCU. But basically, the movie starts with a big-ass action scene right off the bat. Thanos kills all the Asgardians, and because Loki stole the Tesseract, he wants it from him, and he threatens to squish Thor's head off, like till like it fucking explodes or something, like grab it and just like pop it like a tomato or some shit like that. And then right away, Thanos already had the Power Stone. I'll give this an issue, not to this movie, but another movie, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. We had 5 end credit scenes. Why didn't we have time to just make one end credit scene useful and memorable? Just so we could help make basically we have a scene where we show Thanos getting the Power Stone. That would have been cool. The fact that he already has it, but we don't see it like in any of these series, it kind of takes you away, and it really makes you hate Guardians 2 just a little bit more than some people already do. I think it's still a great movie, but you know, I don't know, that was just a missed opportunity. It's just like a little nitpick. But anyways, Thanos has the Power Stone. He gets the Tesseract, the Space Stone, from Loki. That's when the Hulk comes and attacks him. And then Thanos fucks up the Hulk. That's when Heimdall, who's luckily still alive, grabs Hulk and sends him to Earth. And that's when Thanos kills Heimdall. So now Idris Elba could probably join DC or something, be the Green Lantern, hopefully. And that's when Thor loses his shit. And then Loki was about to fight both Thanos and the Black Order, but that's when Thanos just chokes the shit out of Loki. And I was like, alright, well, Loki's gonna come back. Probably. And then Thanos right off the bat said this time he won't come back. And I was like, that's fucking... I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of funny, just in the sense like, yeah, we already know Loki comes back all the time. And I'll get more to like the whole death situation right when I finish talking about the entire movie, just so I get more talking. So anyways, Thor loses it, and that's when the ship explodes, and basically all the Asgardians are dead. That's when we get sent to Earth, where we meet the Hulk, well, Bruce Banner meeting Doctor Strange. And I'll just get this out of the way. I did not like Bruce Banner in this movie. I like Mark Hamill, I like Hulk and everything, but I don't know, they dropped the ball with this dude. Like, personally, what I would have done, and, you know, I'm gonna keep going back and forth with the movie beat, but in the big final battle in Wakanda, they have, in the big battle of Wakanda, they have, basically, what's it called? Keep forgetting the name. So, throughout the movie, Hulk doesn't want to come to Earth, like, he doesn't want to turn into the Hulk, and, what's it called? Banner is just like getting upset, so he just kind of gives up. So he's stuck using the Hulk Buster, and I'm thinking, oh, he's gonna like lose his shit and then finally turn into the Hulk. That would make sense, right? Nope. They dropped the ball with um the whole thing, and we never got that like epic shot of like all of the Wakandans and the Avengers running um towards all those like venom looking creatures. I forgot what they're called, but yeah, we never get that shot in the trailers. Which, I mean, we could have still gotten it with the Hulk Buster instead of just the Hulk, but I don't know. I was really, really let down by that. And personally, like, I don't know if there's a theory going on that Hulk is scared of Thanos. And personally, this is what I would have done. Personally, he never turned into the Hulk, and we did have a mini interaction with Black Widow and the Hulk or Banner, and this never comes to play ever again. So what I would have done with that, I would have had like Black Widow get beat up so much she's bleeding and stuff, and that's when Banner really really loses it, and then that's when he turns into a Hulk and fucks like all these creatures up, and then when Thanos shows up, he gets scared again, and Thanos like knocks him out and shit. Like that would have been cool storytelling. They dropped the ball with it, and I was pretty disappointed. So in Avengers 4, they better explain that storyline because it really was one of the things I didn't like about this movie. But anyways, Banner meets up with Doctor Strange. He says to send Stark, and since Banner's been gone for all these years, he doesn't know that the Avengers split up. He doesn't know all this stuff, but basically he has Tony has the phone, but it's so hard to call because. And I like that they played it off, and it's probably gonna play off in the next movie too, especially with the ending. So yeah, anyways, the Black Order or half of the Black Order show up to fight in New York. Doctor Strange, Wong, and Iron Man with this new suit that I don't know like what's the technology of that, but anyways. They fight this big dude and Ebony Maw, who was the best person out of the whole Black Order. He was fucking awesome. I really like him. He was talking shit. He looked cool. He was the first one to die, and I was like, fuck. Cause that guy, honestly, if it was just him and Thanos, that would have been badass. Hell, if Thanos killed freaking Ebony Maw, that would have been fucking evil for Thanos, and I'll get to Thanos more in depth. So anyways, this big battle happens in New York. Since Doctor Strange has the time stone, they take him, and also because Spider-Man's in a field trip, he sees the chaos, so Ned causes a distraction, so Spider-Man can go and help out. Since Spider-Man isn't really that useful right now, that's when Iron Man sends the Iron Suit and it transforms on him. So we get the Iron Suit right off the bat, so that was fucking great. And basically, Tony, Doctor Strange, and Spider-Man are in space now, fighting Ebony Maw and trying to help them to not get the Time Stone. Then we go. That's when Banner calls Captain America, who we don't see until like later on. But anyways, that's going on. What's next? Basically, Scarlet Witch and Vision, they've been gone for a while. They basically left, and that's when Vision sees that there's trouble going on, that Vision has to leave before they catch him, and then that's when the other half of the Black Order come and attack Vision. They fight off Scarlet Witch and Vision. It was a cool fight. Scarlet Witch and Vision really have good chemistry. Like, I could totally see them have chemistry. That and Elizabeth Olsen is really fucking beautiful. She really is beautiful. Her accent is a bit over the top, but it worked. I definitely hate it when Quicksilver had it, but I definitely don't mind it as much with her. So anyways, they're on this battle. That's when Captain America, Scarlet or Black Widow, and the Falcon fight. These other halves of the Black Widow. I don't even remember their names. Yeah. So even though we have an awesome villain like Thanos, which we'll get to, and freaking shitty villain, shitty Black Order, they weren't that great. Let's be real, they weren't that great. They were just there, but yeah, they had their reasonings for being there. But Ma, man, Ebony Ma, that one guy was the shit. That guy was fucking awesome. Um, so anyways, they stop them. They're gone. So then that's when they go back to the headquarters, where they bump in a War Machine and the Hulk. They're talking about like their plan and how to get the stone off Vision. So that's when they head over to Wakanda, and that's basically all they do. There's a group of because this movie split into like three different plots, maybe not four, and eventually three different like set of group of people. And the other group happens to be the Guardians of the Galaxy. Yes, they finally make it. They had a cool introduction. They had like this dope ass song. They're all dancing. Some of them are knocked out. And then we see like all the attacks on Asgard, and then Thor falls in their window. They save him. They help him out, and then they talk about like, oh, Thanos is here to attack. And we need to stop him, and that's when Gamora's like, yeah, he's my father. If he gets what he wants, he's done, and stuff. And yeah, basically that's it. And Thor realized he can't fight Thanos the way they've heard how powerful he is. They need this big axe thing, or well, basically Thor asked for a hammer. He needed a new hammer, but eventually he just gets an axe, and I'll get more depth with that. But basically, Rocket, Groot, and Thor have their own mission to find this guy who makes all these weapons, who happens to be a giant Peter Dinklage. Like, I don't know, something about they made Peter Dinklage a giant, yet he still looks fucking small as shit. So I don't know, it was kind of odd, but anyways, I really enjoyed seeing Peter Dinklage. It was cool. They had their purpose, so it was fine. Also, Rocket gave Thor one of those eyes he stole in one of the Guardians movies, I think. So Thor has two eyes now. I kind of wish he had one eye, just so like it's more like, oh shit, how am I gonna beat this guy? And then since they're going back in time, he can just get his eye back anyways. So anyways, this happens. So then we got the story between the rest of the Guardians of the Galaxy, and we get a mini origin story of Gamora meeting Thanos for the first time, and basically how Thanos and his people killed all of Gamora's village and family, and basically took her as her own. And Gamora's like, I know something nobody else knows. If Thanos gets to me, Star-Lord, kill me. And that's gonna be a big part of this movie. So anyways, as this goes on, we go to nowhere where the Collector is at with the Reality Stone. They go get it, but then Thanos already got in there. He basically, I'm guessing he killed the Collector. But yeah, Thanos kidnaps Gamora just because the secret Gamora doesn't know is that she knows where the Soul Stone is, and nobody knows where the Soul Stone is except Gamora. So, anyways, as that goes on, Thanos grabs her, and then Star-Lord, he made a promise to kill Gamora, and he was nervous to do it, but he had to, otherwise they all go to hell. And then when he clicks the button, the gun turns into bubbles. It's weird, like Mantis and Drax look like dominoes and like just little pieces, and then basically Thanos leaves with Gamora, and then they're all gone, and the whole place is a mess. So then that's when we have Thanos. This is Thanos' movie. Basically, this is the closest thing we'll ever get to a proper supervillain movie. We tried with Suicide Squad. I'm not too positive with Venom working out. What other supervillain movies have we had in the past? Well, Catwoman was a piece of shit. Yeah, there's really not that many supervillain movies, and this is probably the closest thing we'll ever get to a supervillain movie. Because this is, after all, Thanos' movie for the most part. It's his origin with a bunch of Avengers characters, and basically what he wants is to collect all these stones. So at the snap of his fingers, half of the universe dies, disappears, and then that's when what's it called? Um, fuck, I forgot. Basically, he wants to do this just so he makes the world a better place, and because he has his reasonings, so he wants to do that. So, anyways, Gamora was not gonna give up the Soul Stone, but because Nebula was completely tortured by Thanos, she had no choice but to tell him where it is, and that's when we get reintroduced to the Red Skull, not by Hugo Weaving. I forgot who's the actor who plays him now, but yeah, we have a new actor playing him. Um, so that was awesome. We saw the Red Skull back again. That was great. Um, and basically, and it actually makes sense how to get the Soul Stone. In order to get the Soul Stone, you have to sacrifice something that you love, a soul for a soul. And Gamora's like, ha ha ha, you don't love anything, that's the problem. And that's when you find out that Thanos loves Gamora. He loves her like a daughter because that's how he loved her. And I was like, no. Holy fucking shit. He grabs Gamora, he sacrifices her. I feel the pain, and he sacrifices Gamora. She dies and gets the Soul Stone. So now Thanos has 4 Soul Stones. I mean, 4 Infinity Stones. He just needs the Time Stone and the Mind Stone. And basically, as he just heads out to do the rest of his things, Nebula escapes and gives a message to Gamora to go to this planet called Titanic or some shit like that, which is the same spot where Doctor Strange, Iron Man, and Spider-Man are in. And honestly, their interaction was pretty cool. Like, they got the 2 Sherlock Holmes talking to each other back and forth. That was just like a mark-out moment. And then like Peter being like that kid, like, come on. He like, why is he even an Avenger? He like, I gave him a shot, and I don't think I did a good job. And basically, like, Peter wants to be an Avenger all this time. So that part of Tony being like, you are an Avenger, and like, Peter Parker is excited, but at the same time it's time to get serious. So that was great. Little nitpick though, it's kind of weird how Spider-Man knows how to use this suit already, but granted, we missed so many scenes because they cut back and forth a lot. So I'm pretty sure down the road, Tony explained to him how to use it right and stuff. So anyways, they head up to the Titanic or whatever it's called, the planet. That's when Nebula, no, not Nebula, Mantis, Drax, Star-Lord, all fight Iron Man, Spider-Man, and Doctor Strange, and basically they're because they're in Thanos' ship, they think they work with Thanos, and that's when Peter's like, where's Gamora? And Tony's like, oh yeah, I got a better question. Who is Gamora? And Jack's like, yeah, I got a better question. Why is Gamora not? I was like laughing. I don't know. That was a cheesy joke, but it was pretty fucking funny. I don't know. People hated Drax. I was cool with it. I do understand that, like, he goes from, oh, that son of a bitch killed my family to the jokey asshole. And it doesn't work, and I understand that. So it's just kind of weird to see that back and forth situation, but I was fine with it. But that's when we get a very, very important scene that I'm pretty sure will come to play in the next movie. So as they're all trying to figure out a plan, Doctor Strange uses the Time Stone to go back in time and just move around and see what the hell's going on, how to get this thing done. And Doctor Strange says, I've seen 14,000 ways to fight Thanos. And that's when they're like, how many times do we win? 1 time. They only have 1 shot to win against Thanos. So basically they set up this whole plan. And that's when, you know what, let's talk about Wakanda for a while. So Shuri is back. And she's going to try to get the Mind Stone off Vision. But Scarlet Witch is up there just to make sure Shuri doesn't die or any of that. So she's there for that reason. And then that's when we have that big battle with like everybody like who's in Wakanda just fighting each other. Um, and it was pretty cool just seeing this battle back and forth. They have all the Wakandans. They got Okoye, the what is it, the White Wolf? I think that was his name. Like everybody's there. That was awesome. I enjoyed that scene. It was pretty damn cool. And then they were starting to feel like the underdogs. But then we fast forward to Thor. He's basically trying to create this. They're basically trying to create the new hammer, and Thor is like holding on for dear life because the thing broke, so he's holding it. And then they're shooting fire at him, which means he could die. But Thor is doing everything he can. The metal finally gets melted, and Thor is like really passed out, but he could easily die if he doesn't get that hammer real quick. And that's when Groot comes into play. Groot, for the whole movie, he's just playing a fucking video game. And, you get irritated when teenagers do that shit. They're on the phone and stuff like that. But in reality, when the time comes for reals, teenagers will come to play. And I like what they did. Groot cut off his hand, and basically that's the handle for the new axe or hammer or whatever. And that's when Thor grabs it, and they head straight to Earth where the rest of the battle is in Wakanda. So they got Thor, Rocket, and Groot there. It was pretty cool. And here's another nitpick involving Banner. When he takes off the Hulkbuster and it's just like that half of him, it looks like shit. I'm sorry. The Russo brothers are great directors, but they fucking blow dick when it comes to CGI. These guys make that shit look like a green screen. It looks so fucking shitty. They really do. Like, Josh Whedon at least knows how to make CG look pretty real. That's the only positive I'll give Josh Whedon, other than fucking up Justice League. So anyways, they're fighting, and they have funny interactions like Captain America and Thor, like, oh, so you got a haircut? Yeah, you copied my beard. So yeah, this happens. I met new friends. I am Groot. I am Steve Rogers. Oh, I just remembered. I didn't even talk about Bucky Barnes. He's like fucking irrelevant in this movie. He's just there because he's the White Wolf now. Now that I think about it, the White Wolf is not that one other dude. Anyways, the other people from the other village, they come and team up, of course, because it's basically the end of the war. But the White Wolf, Bucky Barnes, he's with a gun. Rocket's like, how much for the gun? Not for sale. How about the arm? No comment. I'm getting that arm. So that was cool. It was a funny interaction. So anyways, they're killing everybody. They're just fighting. They're doing this big battle. And then eventually, somehow, some way, Scarlet Witch, Vision leaves because he has to fight one of the Black Order members. He had no choice but to get off that table and just own the fact that he can't do it. And then Scarlet Witch leaves for the rest of the battle where everybody's about to die. And then basically Scarlet Witch fucking murders like almost everybody in that battle. And then I'm thinking to myself, why wasn't she out there the whole time? And then that's when Okoye says, why was she up there this whole time? Which was fucking hilarious. I was like, yeah. And then that reminds me, we have like so one of the Black Order members is a woman, and she's like about to kill Scarlet Witch. Like, you're all alone. That's when Black Widow's like, she's not alone. And then we have like a chick fight, basically. So this is how you do, basically. They teased like a future female Avengers, and this is how you fucking do it. You don't reboot shit, Ghostbusters, Ocean's 8. You don't just take people's shit and just expect them just to be good, because that's just stupid. So anyways, I won't get into a SJW rant. I could do that so many other times and ways, but I'm too tired to do that. But so anyways, back to the Thanos and the other guys. They all have their plan. It's about to work. They're getting the Infinity Gauntlet off of Thanos, and then that's when all hell breaks loose. Star-Lord fucks it all up for everybody. Um, that's when Star-Lord basically says, "Where's Gamora?" And because Mantis is on top of him, he feels it. He basically feels what he feels, and Mantis starts crying because he killed Gamora, and that's when they all lose their. He loses his shit, fucks up the whole plan, and they have to fight again. And then it was a cool battle scene. And now I mentioned that in my Doctor Strange review that I wasn't a big fan of the movie and stuff like that. I like Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange. He's a perfect Doctor Strange. And in this scene, he definitely proved how badass he can be. There's this part where Doctor Strange has like a bunch of arms, and I thought he was gonna pull a Naruto in the sense of like a bunch of hands just punching Thanos. No, a bunch of Doctor Stranges come out. They all grab the Infinity Gauntlet around Thanos, but eventually, because he's too powerful at this point, he fucks up everything. And then Iron Man almost dies. Yes. Iron Man almost dies, and then Doctor Strange goes, "Hold on, spare his life, and I'll give you the time stones. No tricks this time." And basically, the reason why he did that is because it was the only way. And I'll get more into that once I'm finished with this review. So now that he has 5 Infinity Stones, the last one is the Mind Stone. Scarlet Witch and Vision are having a conversation like, "Just kill me, it's too late." So Scarlet Witch is doing it while everybody's trying to stop Thanos. He fucks up everybody. Scarlet Witch is about to attack Thanos, but then she kills Vision, and then Thanos. I was like, damn, why isn't he upset? I was like, oh shit, I forgot he has the Time Stone. He uses the Time Stone to get Vision back, just to get the last one, and basically kill him. Basically, yeah, he brings Vision back from time and kills him again just to get the Mind Stone. And now he has all 6 Infinity Stones. Then Thor basically has the axe on his chest, like, "You're gonna pay for Heimdall." And Thanos looks like he's about to die, and then he's like, "You should have gone for the head." He snaps his fingers, and then we have like this one scene where it looks like the place where Gamora's family lived. He walks up, and there's like a little girl. It's baby Gamora. He's like, "Did you do it? Did you destroy half of the universe?" "Yes." And she starts crying. "Was it all worth it?" And Thanos goes, "Yes." Showing that he is in fact one evil son of a bitch. Then we flash to the present time. Thanos Thor goes, "What the hell did you do?" And that's when he escapes. And then slowly everybody turns to ashes. The first one, Bucky Barnes, because he didn't have shit to do anyways. He's gone. Slowly a bunch of Wakandans are gone. Black Panther is gone. Okoye is still alive. I'm not sure about Shuri. So because half of the universe is dead, they're all gone. Then when Doctor Strange disappears, he's like, "Tony, it was the only way." So there is a reason why Tony Stark. There's a reason why Doctor Strange gave up that Infinity Stone, because he knows deep down they're gonna win. They just need to find out how. They're all vanishing, and then the last 3, because Nebula's still alive. So it's Nebula and Tony and Spider-Man. And then this part made me cry, because Peter's like, "Tony, please, I don't want to go, please." Like, cause he's a kid. Like, I don't want to fucking die young. And yeah, like, Spider-Man loses his shit and he dies for now. They all turn to ash. The only ones remaining are the original Avengers, which is Thor, Tony, Captain, Hulk, Black Widow. Hawkeye's not in this movie. Neither is Ant-Man and the Wasp. I didn't even mention that because of how big this movie was. War Machine, Rocket, and again Okoye. Those guys are left, and Captain's like, it's over. Then Thanos goes on this planet. He sits down. We have like this sad music. And the movie's over. That's it. Is that the reason why people got mad? I was like, dude, the movie was originally going to be part 1 and part 2. The reason why they didn't do that is because people are going to complain anyways. So I don't get it. Why did people hate this movie? Again, I had its nitpicky things, but to say that this movie is just a B movie or something like that, I don't get it. This movie was fucking incredible. However, I do see this movie going to shit if they literally just bring everybody back and like nothing happened, like Prince of Persia or some shit like that. Like everybody who turned to Ash are gonna come back for sure. But I would be pretty upset if they bring back Heimdall, Loki, and Gamora, because that's no reason. Why would they bring those guys back? Because they were before this, so they should like they should keep those guys dead. That way, in Guardians 3 with Gamora, it will be like an interesting story how they're gonna play out. A lot of people are gonna complain about, oh, they can't do a Guardians without a woman in there. Let me tell those bitches, fuck off. So anyways. Yeah, it leaves like a bunch of interesting questions. I have no idea what Avengers 4 is going to be, and it's good. I want to see Ant-Man now, see if this comes into play, but anyways, the credits roll, you're like upset. They were the longest credits of all fucking time, because it was a big cast, so I'm just there sitting, waiting for an end credit scene. And we get one at the very, very end, with Nick Fury and Kobe Smulders, or Maria Hill. They're driving in New York. Everything's going to shit in New York. And then like a helicopter crashes. A car almost crashes into them. They're looking around and there's nobody there. And then Maria Hill slowly vanishes. And Samuel Jackson pulls a code red. We need a code red. And as soon as he's going to make the call, he's like, a mother... And then we show the logo of Captain Marvel. Yes, Captain Marvel is for sure coming in Avengers 4. I already knew that was going to happen, so there was really no reason. So, the thing that gets me about this end credit scene, I kind of wish we didn't have it. Like, I felt like we didn't need an end credit scene for a movie like this, because that leaves even bigger questions. So, and if anything, this scene could have easily opened Avengers 4 and then we move on to the present time. That would have been awesome, actually, now that I think about it. But this movie is definitely an A movie for sure. I don't see any issues with it, again, besides the obvious, like, little nitpicky things. Oh, and I didn't even bring up the whole Star-Lord turning on Gamora. I get it, he was upset. I didn't really hate it that much, so anyways. That's the little thing, but anyways. Great acting, basically funny entertainment. It's by far the best movie thus far this year. It's going to be impossible to top it for a while. Again, now that I think about it, those little nitpicks that I only have them if the next movie really doesn't live up to them. Like, if the Avengers 4 have like some BS moments, it could hurt this one, so I really hope that the Russo brothers know exactly what they're doing. Thank God they got the Russo brothers doing both movies, because if they did one movie and then they gave them Avengers 4 to a different director, it would have easily hurt this movie because of everybody's vision. Look at J.J. Abrams and Rian Johnson. Look how badly they screwed up Star Wars. So with that said, again, this movie is amazing. This is definitely one of the best of the year, if not the best of the year. I'm gonna go watch it again for sure. For sure. Again, I'm excited for Ant-Man and the Wasp. See if something plays out with this, but yeah, I'm just gonna end it there. This was a great movie, fantastic. It would tear me up. It made me upset. I loved it. It was a great movie. That'll be all. It's me, the ALE Double X Prince. Hope you enjoyed my journey through the MCU series. Ant-Man and the Wasp is coming soon, July, I think. So, again, the season's not over. That's going to be great. Next series of movies I'm trying to do, it's either Mission Impossible or Pixar, leading up to Incredibles 2 or Mission Impossible Fallout, depending on my mood. Anyways, it's me, ALE, double X, Prince. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Till then, I'm out.